Hey guys, Peace, Morby here. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the 5 least expensive ways to find deals. Starting with number 1, referrals. Referrals is one of the best ways to get deals in real estate. Now, what's challenging is when you're brand new, right? You're brand new. You're watching a video about how to find deals. I'm looking at my little cheat code. I don't want to show you the whole thing because you just look at the whole thing, but referrals, right? But this comes down to luck or relationships. And when I'm brand new, right, I get people DM me. I had probably 30 people DM me today in my Instagram saying, how do I get into real estate? And if I replied back and said, get some referrals, what? Get the hell out of here. Nobody wants referrals when getting real estate deals, especially when you're brand new. You don't want to go to your friends and family and say, I'm starting real estate, send me referrals. Guys, that's not how you get deals when you're brand new, is getting referrals, okay? It is, however, one of the least expensive and best ways to get continual deals for the rest of your life. Unfortunately, it's not really a beginner strategy. I say not really because there are some beginners I see that do get referral deals as their first deal, but it's very rare. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's very rare and it's very challenging, okay? Number 2, probably one of the easiest low-hanging fruit ways to get your first deal is what we call middlemaning or bare bones wholesaling or co-wholesaling or joint venturing. Those are all the same exact term. And essentially what you're doing is you're finding a wholesaler who already has a contract, and you're finding a cash buyer, and you're putting these two people together, and you're making a connection, right? And what I'll do is I did a Zoom, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, breaking that down. And here's what I'll do. I'll tell my team to do a YouTube video or YouTube link somewhere up at the top with a link to how a wholesale transaction works when you're the middleman on the deal. But middlemaning requires you to find wholesalers, okay? And I show you guys how to do that in that video. And it requires you to find cash buyers and put these two parties together. It's very, very simple. And you can make 5, 10, 15. We've made as much as $90,000 on deals like that. And that's called middlemaning, right? Where you're becoming the middleman. Bare bones wholesaling, which means you don't have any leads. You don't have any, you're not spending money on generating leads. You don't have a website. You don't have a company name. You're like bare bones, right? You have nothing. You're naked. I should call it naked wholesaling. That's what we should call it. Also known as co-wholesaling, joint venturing, where essentially, not eventually you will get your first deal by essentially getting a wholesaler and a cash buyer connected. And the video that I have somewhere up here will explain to you why a wholesaler really does get value from you and why a cash buyer gets value from you in that situation. You're going to ask a lot of questions like, well, how do I do that? Well, the video I did up there is like 2 hours long, and we'll give you guys access to that. Number 3, my favorite way to get deals, okay? I get so many of my students at subto.com. This is how they get their deals, especially their first couple of deals, is reviving dead leads, right? So let's say I'm a wholesaler and I have a lead and the seller wants too much money, they don't have equity, whatever it is. I can't work out a deal in a cash transaction. What I teach my students to do is go to that wholesaler and say, hey, I can help you revive that deal by utilizing creative finance, which I feel creative finance is actually way easier than just traditional cash wholesaling. And they go and get those deals, okay? So reviving dead leads is the fastest and least expensive because it costs no money. It is no money, but it does require some education. It requires you to understand what to do with a lead. It requires you to understand a little bit about creative finance. At least, if you're a brand new student of mine, here's what's kind of cool is that you join subto.com, and then ultimately you don't even have to know how to do everything. You just go find wholesalers that have these types of bad leads, and you bring those leads to another Sub2 student, and you guys then co-wholesale, JV, bare bones wholesale. You guys then work together on that, okay? So reviving dead leads for wholesalers utilizing creative finance is number 3. Number 4, everybody knows about this. It's driving for deals. Driving for deals. Now, a lot of people in this industry call it driving for dollar signs or dollars. I don't like calling it that anymore, right? Driving for deals is the way I like to reference it. Driving for deals, driving for deals, driving for deals. And what you're doing is, whether it's with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your significant other, whatever, your kids, you're getting home after work and you're going around your town utilizing an app that's very, very inexpensive, probably this is probably the least expensive, best beginner strategy that doesn't require a lot of education, is driving for deals. Okay. And I'll give you guys the free driving for deals course down in the show notes down below. So you guys can go download. It's completely free. Tells you exactly the steps to take, how to do driving for deals. And I would go to batchdriven.com and use code launch, I think. And it gives you like a free code, not a free code. You already got the free code. The code launch will give you a free trial and some leads already associated with that. So go down below, batchdriven.com. Hopefully my team can pop that up on the screen. Now, that is a beginner strategy. It's so easy and it's really, really fun to do. It's like it's like a scavenger hunt, right? Finding deals in your local area. You get to know your area very, very well. You get to know whoever is your companion or your battle buddy really, really well. You guys can listen to podcasts while you drive for deals. Super simple. So for driving for deals, batchdriven.com. Beginner, so easy, really, really inexpensive. Number 5, this is one that's going to be somewhat controversial. People are going to be like, I don't like this, but the answer is work for somebody else, okay? Go find a wholesaler in your market. They have leads, they have resources, they have a system, they can help answer questions to you directly. The problem with this is most people don't want to work for anybody else, right? They want to immediately own their own business. I can tell you a lot of the people I've hired on my acquisition team ended up going out and trying to start their own business and then finding me a year or 2 years later and just saying, man, I can't hack this. It's so challenging. And then they come in and work for me and they go, oh my gosh, this is so easy. And then they go, boom, 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 get 3 deals in their first week working for me because we have the systems, the processes, the leads. So go work for somebody else. It's very, very simple. If you guys are in the Arizona market or if you're looking for an acquisition position, send me a message on Instagram. Let me know that you guys would be interested in maybe working for us. We're always open. We have an HR company would actually speak to you, not me directly, but I would direct you over to them. Pam is her name at our HR company. And she'd go through and just make sure you're a good fit. And if you're a good fit, we'd get you going. You'd probably get a deal in your first week because you are a badass. So guys, hopefully this was helpful. I hate that, it takes so much time to really explain things in detail because there's no real detail in this video other than I think these are the 5 least expensive, best ways to get deals. I would love to break down each one of these things for multiple hours and break down everything and dissect it and give you action steps and items and all that kind of stuff. And we'll have to do that in the future. Tell me what questions you have in the show notes down below because I want to make sure that I create a video that answers these questions for you. But those are the 5 ways, the least expensive ways to get deals. Not all of them are for beginners. Not all of them are for beginners. Number 1, specifically referrals. That is definitely not for beginners. And then the other 4 are. The other 4 are really, really good for beginners. Number 3 specifically is my favorite. Number 4 is my second favorite. And number 2 is my third. Number 5 is my fourth. And then 1 is referrals. If I'm brand new in real estate, I'm probably not going to go after referrals right out of the gate. So guys, if you want to see a video like this in the future where I break down any one of these, please make a comment down below. We'll see you in the next video.